Good day, dear friends. It is a wonderful privilege for me, Leon Forsman, the CEO of New Dawn Mediation Services Pty Limited, to have a moment with you in discussing what I believe is some of the greatest problems we have in dealing in a constructive way with co-parenting. I would like you to consider what I am putting on the table this morning and try to implement some of the suggestions that I'm making when it comes to co-parenting. Co-parenting is not easy. It's two different households. It's two different ways of doing things. And that is confusing to our children if there is not some kind of routine and discipline that is the same in both householdings. So we're going to have a look at that this morning. But first of all, if you like what I do, please press the like button on YouTube and join the channel so that you can be informed of new material that is loaded up to YouTube. In the description below will also be some bank details if you would like to support this channel and the following discussions that we will have. That would be of great help for me. Today I would like to focus on a few subjects I see in mediation practice that complicate co-parenting. Let me dive right into the matter at hand. First of all, co-parenting at its best, as I said in the introduction, is a complicated subject. It's not easy. And the success of any co-parenting relationship is one that puts the past behind and looks to the future. Dwelling in the past will only complicate matters in going forward and being constructive and good co-parents to the minor children. When I say put the past behind, one has to realize that there are many emotions at play in a breakup, a divorce or a separation. There is usually a lot of blaming and bitterness accompanying the breakup. All of this can be very, very destructive to the good, successful and constructive co-parenting relationship, and at the end can make and break the children that you love so much. So therefore I would recommend that when you're in a co-parenting relationship and you still recognize that you are hurt, that you are bitter, that there is a resentment within you towards the other person, to find psychological help, some form of counseling, whether it is your pastor or a psychologist, it does not matter, but get help to get through those emotions so that you can focus in a constructive manner and in the best interest of your children on the co-parenting relationship. In the co-parenting relationship, it is of the very best interest for the minor children that parents find a way to communicate with each other in such a way or fashion that it fosters healthy co-parenting. And may I say this as well. In many instances, one of the reasons for the breakup of the relationship, the marriage, is the breakdown of communication. That the couple could not find ways during their time together to communicate in a meaningful and constructive way. And depending on how long the breakdown of communication was part of the relationship before it came to a conclusion, the more likely those patterns of communication is going to persist in the co-parenting relationship. Once again, find help. Find someone that can help you to deal with the past, the hurts and resentments, but can also instruct and help you to communicate in a better way. Because any co-parenting relationship is as good as the communication is between the two parties. You surely have the best interest of your children at heart. So first of all, find a resolution to your hurts. This will surely not only benefit yourselves, but your children as well. Get out of being the victim all the time. It helps no one and only contributes to the emotional wounding of your minor children. Please take note of this. I'm saying it because I see it in my practice every day, that playing the victim and blaming the other party in the end is more destructive than it is helpful. So find a way, first of all, to communicate with each other without blaming, attacking, putting each other down. It is quite helpful if one could approach the co-parenting relationship as a business in which both of the parents have a 100% stake in it. And in this business, there are certain values and rules and ways of conduct that foster and facilitate a healthy and a productive company at the end. So when you approach the co-parenting relationship then as a business in which you have 100% stake and in which you would like to see that your effort, your participation in this business brings to you great fruit. The business that you are in with your other partner is to foster and facilitate healthy and productive grown-ups. Why? Because that is in their best interests. So when you communicate with each other, stay away from the emotional stuff and the blaming and the victimizing narratives, and see this as a business. We have a situation that needs to be discussed, do it in a business-like manner, and come to some kind of agreement with each other that is in the best interest, not of yourselves in the first place, but of the children that you are co-parenting. Each business also has its own internal way of conducting itself. It has a vision, it has a mission, a vision of what they would like to accomplish as a business, and a mission in which it is stated, how are we going to get there? So should parents have a common vision and mission for their children. Even if that common vision and mission is a compromise between the parents, it is better than no shared vision and mission. Two aspects that are crucial to this is having a very good understanding and agreement with each other on how discipline will be conducted between the parents. You see, one of the big issues I see in my practice is that the parent that has the least time, for whatever reason, with the minor children, is also the more lenient one, the one that usually gives rather than sets boundaries. Because of the time that they have with the children, they don't want to make it difficult and complicated with a lot of rules and structure. That is a problem, because your children are going to catch on to that, and they're going to play off the two parents, the one against the other, and manipulate the situation to their best interests, which might not be good for them. A note: corporal punishment in South Africa is illegal, so stay away from it. Try other ways of meting out discipline when it is necessary. If one disciplines a child at one home for any bad conduct of that child, the other parent should respect the actions of the first parent and also enforce it when the minor children are at the other parent's home. So, for instance, the child was in my care over the weekend. He or she did something for which I then decided that they may not visit their friends for the next month, or their friends visit them for the next month, or they may not watch TV for the next month, or whatever it may be. When the children go then to the other parent's home, that parent must respect the discipline and the reasoning behind that discipline at the other parent's home, and also enforce it in that house. In that manner, the children will realize that even though my parents are divorced and live in separate places, they cannot manipulate. We cannot manipulate them. We cannot play them off against each other. The second very important thing is routine. It is very important that if there is bedtime at a certain time, that the bedtime at the other parent's home will be the same. That there is a common agreed upon routine that is enforced in both homes. And only in high exception may that be done in a different way. All of this is important. Why? I've already alluded to it. Children can and will manipulate a situation to their benefit, which is not always in their best interest. Therefore, parents should be one in mind and one in action when it comes to parenting, co-parenting their children. Children have the knack of playing one parent off against the other. But at mommy's home, I'm allowed to stay awake until 9 o'clock. But at dad's home, you have to go to bed at 8. That will not suffice. That will only bring conflict between the co-parenting partners and be to the detriment of the minor child. My dear friends, I hope that this video is of great help to all of you. And if you do need any help, you're more than welcome to contact me. My cell phone number is 081 706 0404. My email address is newdawn@vox.co.za. Thank you for taking the time, and may you be blessed as parents, even in a situation of co-parenting. Thank you very much. Goodbye.